I have a dilemma in that this little cub is not going to make it in the wilds competing with the other 4 cubs. But here's this tiny little cub fighting for its life. The dilemma I face is that the one little cub, which I've called Runty, is half the size now of the other cubs. They're all coming on 9 weeks old, but the little female cub is half the size. Her pelvic bone sticking through, her legs are wobbly. Tigress Julie has 4 teats, and with 5 cubs, Runty gets pushed aside by the bigger cubs. Julie is suckling the cubs down in the reeds, and now little Runty has left the suckling, and she's come right up to my vehicle. And she's giving the little distress call. It's almost as though she's saying, pick me up, pick me up. I'm not going to make it here in this litter. I need help, I need help. You can see the weak back legs, pelvic bones sticking through. This little runt is doing everything she can to survive. It's obvious to me she's not going to make it. And yet she's fighting so hard. This morning she was chewing on a bone, trying to get some protein. She was right in the road giving a distress call. Then Shaito came along and she tried to get close to Shaito, looking for any possible source of food. He had nothing to offer. Greeting the little cub, he chuffed it. Huge, powerful tiger with a weak little cub. What a touching scene this is. Oh, he's rough. Bit like Savannah. Now he's snarling at the cub. He doesn't quite know what to do. He knows it's his offspring. She then crawled across and snuggled up with Savannah. Tried to suckle off Savannah. No milk there. And the problem is, although she suckles for long periods off Julie, I just don't know how much nutrition she's getting. She's not putting on the weight that the other cubs are. Savannah has never had cubs of her own, so she's quite naive when it comes to handling the small cub. And now little Runty's come right up next to my vehicle in the grass. She's calling for help. Shooting through the open door. Runty's just 3 feet from my Jeep. Got to be very careful. Runty's right underneath the Jeep now. Savannah showing some concern. It's my Jeep right there. There's Savannah. Savannah's trying to pull the cub out from under the Jeep. Little Runty has crawled right under my Jeep. Savannah is very concerned. I'm down on all fours in a very vulnerable position. Savannah wants the cub back. I've got Shito just behind me. Here's the cub. Savannah right behind me. I've got to be so careful. Obviously the emotions start to kick in. Should I pick this cub up? Shouldn't I? I don't want hand-raised tigers. I want tigers that are raised by their mothers. Wild, self-sustaining tigers that I can create new populations. But here's this helpless little cub fighting for its life, and I know I can help it. And this is nature's way of sorting out the weak, the sick. They don't survive in the natural system. But when emotions take over, us human beings interfere. We want to help the cub, we want to pick it up, but is that the right thing to do?